It's time for another Debt Snowball update. Keep watching to see how our Debt Snowball journey went for the month of December. Hi and welcome back. I'm Kamika and this is Well Balanced Wallet, where I help you create healthy money habits and live a life that you love on your current budget. So today we are going to do our last Debt Snowball update of the year 2020. So our budget for December looks a little bit different because we had the Christmas holidays and then we also had the very end of the year, bringing in the new year. Our grocery budget kind of got absorbed into our Christmas spending. So we did end up spending our full $330 for groceries. And then our total amount that we spent for Christmas was $773.25. So that may seem like a lot, but we do save for Christmas throughout the year. Every time my husband and myself get paid, we transfer money from our checking account to our Christmas savings account. So in October, our bank will transfer that money into our regular checking account for spending for Christmas. So we do separate that money out and we only use it for Christmas expenses. As you know, Christmas looked a little bit different for a lot of people this year. And we usually have a Christmas party that my husband and myself fund every year. But since we were practicing social distancing, we decided to do a virtual Christmas party this year where we went through a company and they had a host, and the host led us through different games. I think it was 90 minutes. And then once we were done playing all of our games, we hopped on a Zoom call and we brought in Christmas Day together, just talking, having a drink, and eating our party snacks at our own homes. So that was really fun. It was different, but it was better than not being able to see or talk to our family at all. And then we did get the party aspect when we were going through the house, playing different games, and just spending that time together. For my side hustle income for December, I made $681. And since it was the end of the year, I didn't really have any expenses. So I was able to transfer $543.48 into our checking account to go towards debt for December. So that pretty much wraps up our budget portion for the month of December. So let's switch over to the iPad and get started with the Debt Snowball update. In November, we paid off $1,789.29, I believe. So let's see how we did this month. Okay, so just to catch everybody up, we are working on our car loan, and then we have a few medical bills and collections. And then the last thing that we have in our snowball is our home loan. So we started December with a balance on our car loan of $2,590.67. And this is the moment that everybody's been waiting for. Our goal was to pay off our car loan in the month of December. So did we get it done? The answer is yes, we did. We were able to pay off our car loan in December and we already have the title. So that's super exciting and I'm glad to get that off of our plate so that we can move on to the next debt. So as you know, interest is charged on loans. So even though our balance was $2,590, we ended up having to pay $2,593.61 to completely pay the balance off with the interest, which is only $3, but that's what we had to pay. So we have a zero balance for our car loan. I'm so excited. I'm just ready to continue paying things off and become debt free so that I can do everything that I want to get done in life. All right, so the next thing is our home loan. We started off December with a balance of $188,108.50. So we paid our mortgage, which is $1,265.64. And that left us with a balance of $187,876.33. Okay, So if we move on to our tracking sheets, we can put down what we paid for our car loan, which is $2,593.61, and we get to color in all of our circles because we are done. All right, and then we'll move on to the home loan sheet, and we will write down our $1,265.64. Sorry about that, my battery died. But I was saying that we are almost at the 10% mark for our home loan, but not quite. So we don't get to color in any circles for the home loan sheet just yet. Before I end this video, I want to talk about how we were able to pay the car loan off, and I want to talk about a few of our goals for 2021. So we were able to pay the car loan off because we had the $360 from our Snowball, and then we had the $543 from my side hustle, and then we also had a very small savings account set to the side that we were saving for something else. And since we were so close and so ready to get the car loan paid off, we decided to shift some things around in our budget and put that money towards the car loan as well. And so that is the good thing about having a budget and knowing where your money goes, because budgets are meant to be flexible and you're able to adjust them as you see fit for your life at that time. So to talk about goals, in 2021, we were able to pay off a total of $15,423.61. And that might not seem like a lot to some people, and it may seem like a lot to some people, but being that we started off the year and only made it to March before we entered a global pandemic where things changed, our lives changed, I think we did very well given the circumstances. So I'm very, very excited about the amount that we paid off in 2020. And just to move into 2021, we have a few goals that we want to set now and reach them by the end of December of this year. So the first goal is to pay off at least $25,000 worth of debt this year. And being that we only have $6,000 left in medical debt for collections, the remainder of that money will go towards our home and just building equity in our home and being able to shave some time off the end of our loan. The second goal is to save enough money to purchase a car in cash. Now, I don't know if we're going to be purchasing a car in 2021, but the goal is to have enough money saved up by the end of the year that if we do want to purchase another car, we will have the funds to do so. Both of our cars are currently in good shape, but who knows what the year will bring. We saw that from last year. And the last goal, goal number 3, is to save up an additional $10,000 to go into our home maintenance and repair fund. And we just want to have that money there in the case that we need to pay for something for the house, because we do know that we are going to need a roof very soon, because our home has the original roof, and we were aware of that when we made the purchase, and the price was adjusted accordingly. So we came into this prepared for that, but we want to save an additional $10,000 just to have it in that fund. So that's our third goal for 2021. And that is it. So now I want to hear from you. How did your debt snowball journey go for the year of 2020, and how did you do in December with the holidays? Let us know in the comments. That's all for this video, so be sure to give it a like and click the link on your screen right now for more Well Balanced Wallet content. See you there.